Hey everybody, this is Adia from Culture Coffee 2 DC. Hey, so I'm in my kitchen and we are about to have a party. Now, let me tell you, Miss V called me up and she said, Adia, people want to know about your one pot wonder. Can you hook us up with a video? I said, yeah, Miss V, I got you. I can do that. So I'm in my kitchen with Snoop and we're about to kill it in here. So first of all, let me tell you, in order to do a one pot wonder, it's so easy. You just go into your refrigerator and you see what's in there. Now, my refrigerator, there happens to be a lot of things all the time, and especially a lot of vegetables, because I love to eat, I love to cook, I love to have friends over. So a lot of times my friends come over and say, Dear, what you cooking, what you cooking? I go in the refrigerator, run and do something real fast for them, and everybody has a really good time. So what we're going to do today is we are going to make a fried rice. All right, so who don't like fried rice? Everybody likes fried rice. Shrimp fried rice, pork fried rice, vegetable fried rice. Well, I am a plant-based eater, so we're going to do a vegetable fried rice today. And we're going to kill it in here. Now, the first thing we need in order to do a one-pot wonder is pots. So I got one pot here. I got a nice little cast iron skillet that I'm going to actually be working with. All right. And let me get you closer up on that sucker so you guys can get a real view of what's going on when I start cooking. So let's see. Let me get this camera together. See if I can get you even closer. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the fire on this bad boy. We're gonna get it nice and heated up. So in my house, there's always a bunch of stuff in the freezer. So there's always a bunch of stuff in the freezer. So that I'm always party ready. And I always got a bag of vegetables or whatever. So what you see here on my counter is I got a little bit of, I got a bunch of shredded kale, cabbage, or whatever. It came shredded in the bag from Trader Joe's. I didn't do no work. And then over here, I got some asparagus. That's going to be our vegetables. I got a couple of cashews. You can leave them in or out. And I got a few little hot peppers hiding over here. I keep these in the freezer at all times because I love hot peppers. That's a pimento pepper. This is a little nice bird chili, all right? I got some ginger. That's always in the freezer. And I should have some garlic, which I didn't take out. That's a key ingredient here. So I'm going to the freezer over here and get me a handful of frozen garlic. So we're going to need this frozen garlic. All right, this dish is easy. It don't take a lot. So you decide what kind of oil you want to use. In this dish, I actually prefer to use a little bit of coconut oil. So I'm going to get some coconut oil out of my drawer down here and put that in the pan. That should be about enough coconut oil to get us started. Maybe a little bit more. You don't want it to be, we still trying to be, even though we're doing the fried rice, we still want it to be semi-healthy. So we want to get it healthy. So we're going to get this oil nice and hot in the pan. Now, you see I grabbed a towel because that pan is going to get hot. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take these pieces of garlic and throw those in there. So you're like, oh, dear, we're going to do that whole garlic. So it's frozen, right? So I don't feel like messing with it or whatever. So I just put it on the fire. I let it do its thing. And I'm going to let that brown for a little while. So it's going to start getting brown. It's going to get delicious. All that's going to happen. In the meantime, while that's happening, I'm going to move this out of the way so you guys can see. And I'm going to get some onions. That's a key part of this dish. So we're going to need some onions. So I'm going to cut off some onions here. Oh, go Snoop. Hey. Ho. So we're going to get some onions cut off of here. All right. That ought to do it. I mean, it depends on your taste. It's your one pot wonder, so you decide how you want to do it. So while the garlic is picking up, I'm going to make sure that I get some onions in there. And you don't want that little piece in there. So we're going to make sure we get some onions down in there. This is about enough. You can make the pot as big or as small as you want. I live alone. So I'm making a pot that I can sit down and eat in a few minutes by myself. I might have a little bit of leftover, you know what I mean? But this is just enough for me to be able to get down. So we want those onions to start cooking down. We want that garlic to start cooking down in there. So yeah, that's doing it, right? So while that's doing this thing, this little piece of ginger is critical. If you want to make an Asian dish, generally they all have ginger. So we're going to start shredding some of this ginger on top because we want to have the taste of the ginger, but we don't want it so we don't want to undercook so that it doesn't bite you in the face. But I like ginger, so I'm gonna really get it in there. Ooh, boy, you should smell this. Oh my gosh, I wish I could get y'all to get this smell. It's already smelling good. It's already smelling delicious. So all those things that get while those things are going, the next thing I'm gonna do is put my pepper in there because I love pepper. Like and the hotter the better. So you see me cutting up a whole bird's eye chili, you might not want to do that to yourself, or you might, depending on how hot you like it. But I'm not just putting a bird's eye chili in there. I'm putting this Trinidadian pimento pepper in there as well, and that is going to put a nice flavor and some fire in there. Something that I like. Now, if that's too much for your taste, don't put as much. Cut back. You know, you don't have to go hog wild on the peppers. So that's doing this thing over there. So let's start mixing this around. Let's see now. You know when this is when you're doing good is when your garlic starts to get brown. Ah, there you go. So my garlic is starting to get a little bit of brown on it, which is exactly what I want because that it was frozen, so that little bit of caramelization is going to really make for a wonderful and delicious flavor. We're not going to leave this garlic whole in here like this. We're actually going to smash it up. It's going to become like almost like a little garlic paste. But we want this one pot wonder to be cooked in no time. So the key is to get everything going in there. Oh, hey! I hope you dancing over there. I hope you can hear the music. I'm jamming over here. Wait a minute, Alexa, turn up to 6. Hey! All right, so that's looking pretty good. So now, see this garlic right here? Let's see if I can smash it yet. Not quite. So it's not quite where I want it to be. So we're gonna let it do its thing for a little longer in there. Just let it start to cook down. Alright, and in the meantime, while it's doing that, I'm gonna get this onion out of the way and I'm gonna chop up and move some of this stuff on my cutting board to the side here. And I'm gonna start chopping up my asparagus. So the asparagus is gonna go in, make sure that you don't get look at that, there was a hot pepper in there. Boy, that would have killed somebody. So you want to cut off, you want to get the tips, you want to get to here, you want to get some more, and then you're going to get to a place where this starts to feel kind of woody. Right about here, you want to stop. This little woody end of the asparagus, you don't want to eat that. It doesn't taste very good, it's hard to chew, and a lot of people say I don't like asparagus because their mom used to always cut that part up in there and mess it up, alright? So look at these onions, they starting to get nice and brown. Now let's see what's going on with my garlic. My garlic is looking good. Now, the thing about your ginger is you don't want it to get stuck to the pot. So we're going to move that ginger around. And I know, because that ginger starting to get stuck, it's time for me to start doing something else. So I'm going to take this ginger out. I'm sorry, this garlic out. And I'm going to put this asparagus in. The asparagus is ready to go. The garlic, I'm going to put it on my chopping board. I'm going to smash it. And I'm going to chop it up, put it back in the pot. Woo, that's smelling good. Oh my gosh, I wish I was here. I always like to have a party, so if you've never been to one of my parties, you missing out. Oh, look at that. Look how it's smashed up beautifully. So it just smashed right on up. So now I'm gonna take my knife, I'm gonna go right through that. Just gonna go right through that. And now, and if you are buying minced garlic in the jar at the supermarket, stop it. This is so easy to do. You can go to any Asian market or anywhere, or you can go to Trader Joe's and they got whole garlic already peeled in the bag that you can use. That's right, I use all that garlic because I love garlic. I love the taste of it. So now, we're really doing something over here. Ooh, it's already starting to look pretty. So now my onions are doing good. I can smell the ginger. The pepper is starting to get up my nose. So I know that that's good. So now, I'm going to take, this is sweet potato ribbons. I get these from Trader Joe's. You can use carrots, you can use whatever. But you want to have a nice little bit of color in there because cooking is art, right? So your eye, if it's not pleasing to your eye, it's probably not going to be pleasing to your stomach. So we want to make sure that we get those pieces of ginger from down the bottom of the pan. It's looking really good. We're not trying to overcook this. It's basically a stir fry. So you ain't trying to cook it to death. You're trying to just get those sweet potatoes, and because the ribbons are so thin, they're going to cook up really fast. So you're trying to get those sweet potatoes in there. You're trying to make sure that garlic gets covered on everything. And at this point in the dish, you probably want to put a little bit of salt in here because you want to layer your food in salt. Now that was just a little bit of salt. It wasn't a lot. I didn't kill it with salt. You know what I mean? I just put a little bit of salt in there just so that I could make the flavor profile come up on the dish. So now, all right. Ooh, look at that. The sweet potatoes are starting to look good. The asparagus is starting to look good. Everything's starting to look good. So now, remember those cruciferous vegetables? It's time to bring them back. So we're going to put those in there too. you know, as much as you want. You know, this is your one pot. You can decide what you want to put in there. I like color. I like colors. I like my greens. I like my colors. I like all that. So I like to get it in there. You know? Now, you get all this together. Now you start, that's going to be delicious, okay? So you start putting on, you say, oh God, see, that looks good already. Yes, it does. It looks delicious. And it doesn't take a lot. So, you know, you going out, you going to the Chinese restaurant, you getting all this food that's not good for you. Alexa, turn down the fire. You getting all this food that's not good for you, and when you could be doing this right at your own house. Now I'm going over here and cough because the peppers are getting in my nose. All right, so now we got something going here. It's looking pretty doggone good. One pot, we ain't go nowhere. It's only, if we have not even been at this for 10 minutes yet. Next thing I'm gonna do, this is my cauliflower rice. Got this from Costco. Okay, put that in there. We're going to get that nice and mixed in. Oh, is that starting to look like stir fry yet? Yes, it is. You've been going to the Chinese restaurant and getting this? Maybe giving you God knows what. You can make this right here, right in your own house. Okay? So this is our stir fry rice. Now, we need to do one last thing to really turn this into stir fry rice that you are used to. Let me take a drink. I'm like Julie Charles over here. Now, wasn't Julia was always drinking wine and whatnot. So now, in order to finish this dish off, I'm going to use some Bragg's. You can use soy sauce. You can use whatever you want. But this is the last finishing touch that you want to do to your stir fry. So they actually, oh my God, y'all should smell that. That smells fantastic. Now that little bit of soy sauce is going to bring that ginger up from the end of the pan. Okay, oh my God, that smells delicious. You guys should go and make this right now. Let me get a little bit more water. Serious amount of pepper over here. Alright, so we're going to let that is doing this thing. I'm turning fire up even higher on that. Because I really want the stir fry experience, okay? So, you can, if you don't have frozen cauliflower rice, you can just take a fresh cauliflower and post it in a blender or a food processor, or just chop it up with a knife, and you'll get the same effect. Okay, so you got oh my God, tell me that doesn't look good. Tell me that doesn't look good. In a second, I'm about to pick the camera up so y'all can really get a look at this. Tell me that don't look good. Oh my God, woo, goodness gracious. That looks delicious. I'm going to finish it off with a little bit of cashews. You guys ever seen cashew chicken? These were in the freezer too. Everything around here, I got nothing. I got a bunch of stuff in the freezer because if it's time, when it's time for me to make something, I don't want to have to be running out to the store trying to figure it out, all that kind of stuff. I want everything to be here, so I'm gonna get my little cashews in there. Oh my God! Tell me that don't look like the best stir fry that you've ever seen in your entire life. And that's it. Let me get me a bowl. Let me get me a little bowl. Let me get me a little bowl. Put this in here because this is your one pot wonder. Tell me that don't look good. Ugh. You know, it's hard to cook on camera. I don't know how they cook on camera on those cooking shows and they don't make a mess. I'm making a mess over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Will you look at that? Oh, my goodness. That didn't take 15 minutes for me to make that delicious one pot stir fried rice. Healthy, delicious, vegan, gluten-free, fat-free just about. You got a little coconut oil in there. But you can eat this all day and all night and have a wonderful time. I want to thank Miss B for inviting me to do this video and invite you guys to all come down to Culture Coffee too anytime you want to. Now me and Snoop, we about to get to eating. All right. Have a good day, everybody.